Hey, Shalom, Shalom, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, Elder Bishop, the Great Millstone, peace and blessings to you fellow brothers, pushing this word in truth and sincerity. Shbel Chanak, coming back with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Racha, Kodash. And I want to use this video that I'm watching as kind of like a response or inspiration to do um, a video pertaining to prophecy, and we're seeing these things take place right before our eyes. Now the title of this video is "Prepping for Total Collapse: Massive Secret Fallout Bunkers Built for Elites / Dr. Bradley Garrett." And this is on the channel Canadian Prepper. I'm subscribed to him. I check him out every once in a while. And this was an actual. The video is 2 hours. Of course, I didn't watch the whole 2 hours. I'm 36 minutes in, and I was just kind of doing some things, and I was just kind of listening in the background, listening to what the individual had to say. And this is actually a pretty good interview. This is probably one of his best guests that I've seen. And basically, it was an individual that he got funding from a particular college to basically study, bunkers and prepping. And he's an academic, and he ended up prepping himself, and then just kind of going through the culture, looking at the culture of prepping. Not just here in North America, but in different continents and different countries. He lived in some of the bunkers. He also experienced a lot of the secret underground cities that are under a lot of these major cities, like London. There's major secret underground cities. There's bunkers from the Cold War. There's bunkers from World War II, right? And he just kind of got fascinated, and he was a college professor, and he basically quit his his college academia, teaching, and he just went full in on prepping. And this was after years of him researching and looking into these things, and then the C-19 hit, and pretty much kind of shook him up. So he's interviewing with the Canadian Prepper. Like I said, it's pretty good. I'll put it in the description box. If I don't, you can just go to the Canadian Prepper. But they're just going into how they are major people around the world. The prepping community has increased, triple, quadruple fold, especially after C-19. But you have these major bunkers being built all around, not just here in America, but all around the world. They're building bunkers. People are prepping, bug out bags, okay, bunkers, underground cities, okay, buying land, homesteading is getting bigger. Most individuals are not able to do this, but there is a big portion of people. There is a population of people that are breaking, trying to break away from the system. And we've been watching preppers for years, and they've been sounding the alarm, and a lot of them are taking it more serious, and going off the grid, stockpiling food. There's a major community on YouTube, on social media, of how to prep, what to do, food recipes and how to store things. And as I was watching this, prophecy, of course, was coming into my mind. And we kind of actually went a little bit into this yesterday at camp. Some of these things were brought up. Basically, Yahushai. See, these people are prepping for, a so-called economic collapse, a so-called zombie apocalypse, a grid down scenario, total chaos, which all those things are going to happen, but they're not what's not in their mind is Yahushai coming back. All right, they're maybe prepping for alien invasion. That's more to biblical prophecy, which is not an alien. It's going to be the lamb. But again, none of these things. The point is, none of these things are going to save you preppers. Okay, all that food that you storing up. Okay, those bunkers that you're building. All right, especially if you're here in United States, you're going to be destroyed. And there's underground cities here in United States, but the Lord, he gonna bunker bust you. You living in the mountains that escaped. All right, the collapse and so-called zombie apocalypse, a disease, a pestilence, whatever it may be. Okay, you being in those mountains is not going to save you. You prepping, that's not going to save you. So let's get some scriptures. Okay, I like this topic. This is a good topic. Let's just go. I got a couple of scriptures. We won't make this long, Lord's will. But you preppers are not going to escape from the wrath of the Lamb. We're going to get that in Revelation 6. But let's go to Amos 9, because this plays right into prophecy. This is part of it. The people hiding themselves in the clefts of the rocks, digging deep into, the scriptures say hell, but that means the earth, as well as going into these underground, underwater cities. Okay, going into these underwater cities, going into deep into mountains, deep into underground. You have underground cities which can hold millions of people, stockpiling food for over 100, 200 years. Medical facilities. Now you're gonna have certain individuals in different countries. Like there's a big, there's crazy big underground cities under London, and he experienced those things. Going deep into London, going deep into these underground cities in London, these bunkers, and it gets deep, and not only in London but in the United States, and as well as he traveled to different countries. He said over 8 countries, and seeing how people are prepping. And then of course you have the millionaires and the billionaires, and then you have the wicked elite, the trillionaires, which that plays also into James the 5th chapter. We might get that, how they have reaped unto themselves treasures for the last days. Everybody knows it's going to be a calling, if you will. But let's go into this. Amos 9 and 2. Though they dig into hell, you have Elon Musk with the Boring Company. What is that about? That's about him digging underground tunnels. So they have this technology. They're able to dig deep into the earth, okay, and carve out major miles of earth, lay brick and concrete and steel beams, and it could be 2, 3, 4 miles under the earth. I'm not sure how deep, but very deep. They show you that in Resident Evil, the Umbrella Corporation. In a lot of movies, they'll have deep underground facilities, where they're doing, all manner of wickedness. Okay. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Right. You're not going to escape the wrath of the Lamb. All right. You're going to be pulled out of those bunkers. Okay. You in London, because London is still going to be intact. Okay. America in the state of Israel, that land over there, that's the only 2 places that the Most High is going to completely destroy. Okay, now there could be other places that are going to be destroyed. Certain missiles might fly off, but these are the 2 places that are promised to be destroyed. Okay, it's the land of Israel, okay, which is our land, and that's to be cleansed. All right, and America as a sacrifice. All right, and as it says in is that Job, I believe it's Job, it shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle, because you're gonna have the elites of America, they're going to flee. They're going to go to South America. You have a lot of people doing that already, going to South America. South America is going to be intact. Now, that doesn't mean that it's not going to be chaos. There's not going to be a lot of death. And then you have this great earthquake that's going to, shake up. And who's to say that these earthquakes that's going, the big earthquake after the missiles, who's to say that it's not going to, collapse a lot of these bunkers around the earth? Okay? The scriptures speak about how the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. Then shall my hand take them, though they climb up to heaven. You have these space stations. They show you that in the movie Elysium. Okay? You're going to have certain elites that are going to go into outer space. Okay? They have, they're going to be in the upper atmosphere. Orbiting, whatever it may be. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. Right. So it doesn't matter if you go into the depths of the earth, you're going to be pulled out of the depths of the earth. If you go into the height of heaven, you're going to be pulled down out of the height of heaven. Okay. There is no escape from the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shai. So really it's of no effect. It's what's the word? It's useless. It's useless for you to do this prepping, and a lot of people prep for the uncertain times, and a lot of people know that there is going to come a time in which all hell is going to break loose, and then that's their time to shine. Them and their family, they're going to be able to survive. Everybody else, is going to be in chaos. But even those individuals, because it's not going to go the way that you think it's going to go. Okay, this is the time of judgment, and it doesn't matter if you got food, stacked up, piled up. You got, water. You got, you got a machine that can make water. It don't matter. You got oxygen machines. All right, it doesn't matter if judgment is coming for you. The scriptures say, "Riches profit not in a day of wrath." So even the elites, they have riches to build these elaborate bunkers, multi-billion-dollar bunkers deep underground, with, stockpiles of food, living good under the earth. None of these things are going to save you. Okay. It says, "And though they hide themselves in the top of Carmel, I will search and take them out thence. And though they be hid from my sight in the bottom of the sea." So you're going to have certain elites going to the bottom of the sea. Okay, underground sea cities, if you will. Underground sea, buildings. They got major buildings in the bottom of the ocean floor. Right, to hide themselves from the things that are going on surface level, on the surface. "Thence will I command the serpent, and he shall bite them." Right, Leviathan, and Leviathan is a species. Okay, it's a kind, meaning there's more than one Leviathan. So the Lord, He's going to command the Leviathan to come out and destroy those underwater facilities, where only the elite are going to be able to go into these facilities. You're going to have some type of clearance. Okay, you're going to have to be high up, okay, in government, something called continuity of government, right? The Lord, He's going to command the sea creatures, the dreadful sea creatures to come and take your ass out. What is that? 1,000, what's that? 2,000 meters under the earth or something like that. It's a movie. Basically like a Leviathan. It was, I believe, a giant squid or something like that. 1,000 meters under the earth. It's one of them movies. There's been a lot of movies and stuff like that, where there's underground research facilities and stuff like that, and they're a mile, 2 miles down under the water, or in space. The Lord's gonna have the angels come and zap your ass, pull your ass out of that space station, put them chains right on you. Okay. Let me go to, let's just go what I got. Revelation 6 and 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. These are the missiles dropping down on the earth. Okay, John is equating it to a fig tree, violently shaken to and fro, dropping her figs. Okay, that's what's going to happen here in America. Those figs represent those warheads coming down. Okay, and the heaven departed as a scroll. That's the mushroom cloud when it is rolled together. He's describing the detonation of the thermonuclear missiles here in America, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So you got Zuckerberg. He got his bunker, elaborate, how many billion-dollar bunker, and these things are announced on purpose. Okay, well, it says the islands and the mountains were moved out of their places. All right, just because of the missiles dropping down on America, the islands are going to be displaced. So that's going to cause a lot of havoc. All right, so that doesn't mean that you're safe because you went ahead and you got a bunker. Okay, you spent $200 billion on a bunker or whatever, however much money you spent, but that doesn't mean anything. The earth is going to rock to and fro. The earth is going to change its appearance. Okay, more earth is going to come up. Okay, there's going to be more land. So there's going to be a lot of tectonic plates being shooken left and right. It's going to be a great shaking. And with that great shaking, you have tsunamis. Okay, and even though you have a bunker, you still have to have ventilation. So ventilation has to come up somewhere. Okay, so where is that ventilation going to be? All right, it's going to be on the top of the earth. So that your ventilation, your oxygen is going to be destroyed. The point is, it doesn't matter if you a prepper, you're a city prepper, you got a bunker, you quit your job, your day job, and you move out and you got a ranch, or you got a farm, okay, or you got a homestead, or you went into the mountains. It's one individual I watched before, he went into the mountains. And that's not going to save it. We might go on Second Esdras, where it talks about those that were in the mountains, how they gonna be eating their children. Okay, and the kings of the earth and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. So they're gonna go down into those bunkers. So you're gonna have the top elite that are going to be in them bunkers, and then they got to have people to support the bunkers as well. You got to have slaves, so they're going to have certain servants, bond and free, that are going to go into these bunkers. He was talking about how in the UK there's these underground facilities, it's like an underground city. For the last 250 years they've been building under the earth. So there's like 4 layers of underground cities under the UK. Okay, and it's probably in Germany, in all these places, right? And you're gonna have certain people that are gonna be privy to that information. They're gonna go down there and try to hide themselves. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. And the kings of the earth, the elites, the different presidents, the prime ministers, and the great men, all these celebrities, these people that have, a status in this world, and the rich men, the rich men, right? And the chief captains and the mighty men and every bondman and every free man hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains, and said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us. They're going to close their bunker doors. They're going to go, basically their prepping is going to go live. Everything they've been prepping for is going to go live. They're going to go into those facilities. Okay? Fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. Right? They're not saying hide us from economic collapse. Hide us from the zombies. Hide us from the disease. Nah, hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. Okay? Because let me go to Revelation 1. Everybody's going to see Yahushua coming out of those bunkers. I'm sorry, coming out of the sky. Okay, coming into the physical realm. Second Ezra the 13th chapter talks about realm against realm. He shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell upon the earth. So while people are prepping for, what they believe is going to happen, maybe another scamdemic that's more deadly, which a lot of these things are going to happen. Right? Prepping for another scamdemic, prepping for an economic collapse, prepping for, a zombie apocalypse, prepping for all these different things. What's going to actually happen is Yahushua is going to come with the mighty angels. And that's far more dreadful than what they're prepping for. And they're going to go into those bunkers and they're going to try to hide from the wrath of the Lamb, because the Lamb, Yahushua, he's coming to destroy. He's coming to despise their image. Okay, he's coming with fire. Okay, and that fire is going to consume you people. You in the mountains, that fire is going to get you. You're going to get pulled out of those mountains. Now the elite, the top elite, they're going to be preserved. They're going to be somewhere on the other side of the world, deep in a bunker. Okay, underwater. Okay, to be preserved in space. Let me see my battery. I'm about to. Revelation 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds. Right, those chariots that these individuals around the world are afraid of. They can't quite put their hand on it, and the American government is now saying, yeah, there is something out there. And every eye shall see him, right, Yahushua. And they also which pierced him, and all the kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so Tawab. Amen. Okay? So all these people are going to wail because the Lord is coming to smite the corners of Moab, smite Ammon, smite Ham, completely destroy Esau, Edom, here in America, the land of Basra. Okay, he's going to destroy pretty much the Edomite government. He's going to take down all their armies in the war of heaven. Okay, let's go to Second Ezra 6. Is it 16? Bear with me. It might be 15. I believe it's 15. Bear with me. Let me get this. I just got to find it. Okay. Right. Second Ezra 15 and 56. Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, said the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee, and shall deliver thee to mischief. Right. Because all these things that are happening, that's getting ready to transpire, is because of the Most High's people, in particular, his elect, his chosen, because of the things that you have done to us, okay, as a nation. How you rape, rob, and murder us, and still to this day do those things and make no account of our labors. Okay? So this is what the Lord is going to do with you. Thy children shall die of hunger. Right, you're going to have you Edomite children. You Moabite children, you Hamite children, you heathens, you're gonna die of hunger. And thou shalt fall through the sword. You're gonna be getting killed during these wars, these race wars, these civil wars. It's a lot. There's a lot in store for this world, especially America. Thy cities shall be broken down. Right, your cities are gonna completely fall apart. Okay, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountains. So this is speaking about these cities. And they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger. So all you preppers, that you in the mountains and you got stockpile of food and you've been prepping for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, whatever it may be. You got the beans, you got the food stores, 30-year food storage. Right? You're gonna actually die of hunger. So that will, the Lord can spoil your food. You can run out, and you're gonna have people they're gonna leave these cities and they're gonna go into the mountains. Okay, they that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh. Meaning you're gonna eat your children, and drink their own blood. Right, you're gonna eat your children. Okay, you're gonna cook them. Right, you're gonna drink their blood. Just like in these post-apocalyptic movies. Cannibalism is coming back. Okay, you Edomites, you're going to be eating your children. Okay? For very hunger of bread and thirst of water. So that's telling us that your prepping is futile. Your food storage is futile. Okay? It's all going to run dry. And say you escape the hunger. Well, the scriptures speak about that. Them that escape the hunger, the sword shall slay, and that ultimate sword is the glittering sword. So say there are there will be some people that's going to escape the famine. That's going to escape eating their children. Well, if you here in America, okay, you're going to be destroyed regardless if you in a bunker or not. Okay. For the very hunger of bread and the thirst of water, though thou as unhappy shall come through the sea and receive plagues again. Now, so that's pretty much it on that. Let me see something. Give me a moment. Right. 2 Ezra 8:50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So your pride, your destruction of the Israelites. Okay. You're gonna be met with the wrath of the Lamb. So you're the Canadian prepper, all these individuals that are prepping and that are see the current state of the world. Okay, got the act. You know how to filter water. You have your emergency antibiotics. You got your hazmat suit on. You got your hazmat suit. You got whatever it may be. You got your food 50-year food stores. You're good. And they were also speaking how these preppers they have they're prepping because it gives them a sense of security. Okay, it gives them a sense of security that if something happens, they'll be able to survive. No, it's not going to work like that. The Most High is coming to take you out because of your pride and because of what you've done to the children of Israel. So I'm gonna close it there. I didn't want to go too long. This is my little response to watching that video. But it just plays into the times that we're in. Jacob's trouble. Okay, the hour of temptation, and then ultimately nuclear war and the return of our Lord Yahushua to deliver his elect and destroy the rest of the heathens. All right, shalom to the elect.